Before each kill, the man places his hand on the prey's chest, feeling the heart pounding with fear, before instantly ending their life. Dexter relishes the sensation of life slipping away in his hands, but for over a decade, he's had to suppress this urge. To cope, he enrolled in medical college, but during dissections, touching lifeless bodies always leaves him unsatisfied. His mentor predicts he'll make an excellent surgeon, but Dexter fears he might not resist the urge to kill patients on the operating table. Moreover, his true interest lies not in surgery, but in becoming a serial killer. He secretly collects and studies information on famous serial killers, wondering if he could become like them. This behavior often leads his sister Deborah to mistakenly think he's looking at pornography. Deborah takes him to a party, but pretty girls don't interest Dexter. When he hears someone has gotten Deborah drunk and is trying to take advantage of her, Dexter immediately bursts in and brutally beats the boy. As blood stains his fists, Dexter feels the bloodthirsty beast within him roaring. He instinctively reaches for a dinner knife, but Deborah stops him just in time. Near graduation, Dexter stumbles upon a police recruitment event on campus. The crime scene photos capture his intense interest.
Here, number 7 and number 12 the same killer?
Vince, conducting the interviews, is too focused on flirting to realize Dexter is telling the truth. Though Dexter hasn't killed anyone yet, he has an uncanny sensitivity to killers' methods. Dexter's father, Harry, a police officer, knows about Dexter's bloodlust and has been trying to guide him to handle these impulses rationally. Every week, Harry takes Dexter hunting to release his urges. One day, Harry suffers a heart attack. Dexter immediately rushes him to the hospital. Though saved, Harry needs to stay for observation. However, his condition worsens over time, leaving him in agony. Dexter feels helpless and anxious. By chance, Dexter notices a nurse named Mary comforting the family of a deceased patient, with an almost imperceptible smile on her face. Dexter senses he might have encountered someone like himself. The next day, he sees Mary cutting out a section of the newspaper. Dexter buys another copy and discovers Mary has cut out the obituary of yesterday's deceased patient. He realizes why his father's condition is deteriorating. Mary has made Harry her next target. While Mary is tending to other patients, Dexter sneaks into her office. He finds she's been collecting obituaries of past deceased patients, like trophies. Dexter then collects samples of the drugs Mary's been injecting into Harry and takes them to his college lab for analysis. The results show an unusually high concentration of potassium nitrate. His professor explains that while this concentration isn't harmful in a single dose, repeated injections can be fatal and difficult for even experienced forensic experts to detect as the cause of death.
I have been hanging around a real-deal serial killer all this time. There she was, in the halls of healing, only death on her mind.
Dexter is barely containing his murderous impulses, but he needs to remove the mental restraint his father placed on him. When Mary isn't looking, he whispers in his father's ear about Mary's misdeeds. Then, he prevents Mary from giving Harry an injection. Mary's sinister look doesn't escape Harry's notice as a police officer. Dexter awaits his father's response.
Just stop her.
That night, Dexter breaks into Mary's home. He meticulously covers every corner of the room with plastic sheets, though his inexperience shows. He then hides in a corner of the living room, waiting for Mary to enter. What follows is Dexter's long-awaited moment of killing pleasure. After reciting Mary's crimes, he becomes her executioner, sending this bloodstained demon to hell. He takes Mary's earring as a memento of his first kill. Dexter has rehearsed the body disposal countless times in his mind. He drags Mary to the swamp in the forest where he often hunts, feeding her to the alligators. Within a day, Mary will completely vanish from the world, leaving no trace. Dexter is exhilarated. He's followed his father's code, protected the innocent, and most importantly, evaded legal consequences. However, when he arrives home, he finds several police cars parked outside. Dexter remains calm, confident he hasn't left any evidence. Indeed, they are Harry's colleagues, visiting him. The forensic expert Tanya and Vince offered Dexter an opportunity.
Paid internship. $4.25 an hour.
It turns out that at the recruitment event, Dexter had connected 2 murder cases in just 6 seconds, a length that took the police 6 weeks to confirm and arrest the perpetrator. Being a forensic intern seems like a good idea for Dexter. That night, Dexter tells his father about killing Mary. Harry isn't too surprised and inquires about the body disposal method. After ensuring everything is foolproof, he calmly says goodnight. Harry doesn't know if his son has already strayed from the path, only time will tell. A few days later, on a clear morning, Dexter returns to the police station with his father. From now on, he will slowly unleash the demon within him under the guise of a forensic expert.